Shalom, shalom. Call all Yabashimi al Shai, Yabashimi al Shai, Bashimi Kakadash Brakatham. Double honor to our apostles, who are elders who rule well. Blessings and salutations to you, brothers out there teaching and enduring truth, sincerity. This Rob, I'm out for the Nebraska camp. This is GMS, any push to the mark. It's a little quick hit. Just going over, this is another proof in showing that Babylon's going down. We're going to go into the book of 2nd Ezra, man. It's one of the books I like to go into, when talking about the end, man. 2nd Ezra chapter 9. It says, 2nd Ezra 9:1, it says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, thou shalt understand that is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, thou shalt understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. So it's the same thing, Salakia. And everyone that shall be saved shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed. Okay? And the point that I brought this out for is going into verse 5. It says, for all that is made in the world have beginning and an end, and the end is what? Manifest. Okay? Going into that word manifest. It says, clearly reveal to the eye or the understanding or a point of comprehension. Plainly apprehensive, clear, apparent, evident. Okay? So, these prophecies, as America goes down, the closer it gets, the more evident it gets. Okay, the more clear. And that's the reason why this is newsworthy, is because, as the article says, top Chinese university scraps English requirements. English is of little practical value for many people, a lawmaker said earlier this year. Because at a point, English was the universal language that everybody should know. It's just like, Spanish over here, but imagine a place where there's no Spanish people and you still have to learn the language because of the power of that country. All right, Babylon is losing its power, losing its pomp. Okay, and we're going to get that precept as well, pursuant to Isaiah the 14th chapter. It says, Xian Yao Tang University, one of the top public research universities in California, has confirmed that it has removed the requirement for students to undertake a mandatory college English test, CET, to join or graduate from the institution. The university, located in the northwestern province of Jiangyi, took the step as a debate rages about the practical benefits of learning English for large sections of China's student. The South China Morning Post reported on Friday, the move is a normal measure made by the school according to the current developments. The publication said, citing comments from the university's academic affairs office, this is going in about, hey, this is why we don't need it. I'm going to get to the meat of it. It says, for a considerable number of people, learning a foreign language is only for admission to higher education. What they learn is actually exam-oriented. They will seldom or never use foreign languages in their work life. And they're just trying to make it sound like it wasn't a big deal, but it's a flex. It's a move to say, hey, we're the ones we're the standard, okay? And that's the perfect word for it. That's what they're trying to flex their muscles and say, hey, we're the standard, not you guys. So this is a beautiful thing. And when you go into Isaiah the 14th chapter, the 10th verse, it says, and it's like all they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials, the worm is spread under thee, and worms cover thee. All right, which is talking about decay and pretty much rotten, okay? But when you go into that word pomp within the scripture, it says exaltation, majesty, pride, majesty, exaltation, excellence of nations, of the Most High, of the Jordan, pride, arrogance, and that's in a bad sense. So your excellency, the that's the land to go to. The standard is being lowered. It's been lowered to the point that these other nations is like, why do we got to use your money? Why we got to use your language? Why we got to use your culture? You know what I'm saying? Like democracy is damn near the standard, but it's gonna be a fight of a rulership too. As the scripture says, it's gonna be wars and rumors of wars. It's not against gonna be a black against white like it's a race war. It's gonna be class wars. It's gonna be rulers against rulers, kingdom against kingdoms. Democracy, leadership, capitalism, all this politics is going to get worse, and it's going to turn to real war. It's going to be a war of whether communism is a proper way of living in democracy. But we all know democracy is a part of the beast system. Okay, so ultimately they're already winning and have their influence. It's just they're becoming weak to the point that Babylon's becoming weak to the point that English, so they think that English will have to be the language. But this is all just kicking up shit at the end of the day as well, because Esau got his hands in everything, and there's so much fucking going on with all these webs of lies that the truth will be in plain sight, but they play games such as this. Hey, we're the standard, or we're just equal to you, America. That was this is saying. But they're going to play like, oh, we don't need it. It's not a primary. And it's all these, shits and giggles, bells and whistles going on. But at the end of the day, it's a war of cultures, a war of who's going to dominate this world. And ultimately, that's going to lead to the Third World War anyway. So with that being said, once again, call all Yabashim Al Shai, Yabashim Al Shai, Bashim Kakras Pakatam. Shalom.